Hey guys, Dale Bellido here from GoFormat.com. Just quickly going over my experience at Go Format Championship Series 6. If you haven't looked at the coverage already, I finished second to Geisty. I lost him twice. He's the only person I lost to. I lost him in Winners Finals and Grand Finals. He was playing his regular Chaos Warrior deck, and I was playing Go Control with Solemn Judgments. It's more of like an aggro, so the way I build my goat decks is a little bit more aggro. I value momentum a lot and aggression. So Solemn is one of those cards that it's offense and defense, in the sense where offense it can help you push plays through. A lot of the times with Solemn Judgment, you're either trying to control the game, you're trying to come back from a bad position, or you're going for game. And my biggest thing that I've seen with Go format. Like I've been playing Go format for a long time. I played it when it was still the current format, and a lot of plays. There's combination of spell trap destruction, like a heavy storm, to go for game. Where if I have all my traps set in a mirror match, for example, they heavy storm me. I saw them. I still have all my traps. Life points isn't really an issue. There's a lot of cards to answer, cards that can randomly kill you. Like just save a Book of Moon for a Ring of Destruction type of thing if you're low. If you can't play spell or traps that cost life points like Duo and Prima, you can set them as bluffs or ditch them to charity if you draw it late game. But I like this version of Go Control only because it lets me play a lot more. It's not just Suki lock for advantage and then whittle them down. I can end games a lot faster with Abyss Soldiers, or if I draw Abyss Soldier and Sinister Serpent early, it's super oppressive and it's very difficult to deal with. You kind of need to get rid of it right away. But I'm going to quickly go over some of my replays. So in, I guess, losers finals, I faced Mensch. He's playing Chaos Warrior, or not Chaos Warrior, Angel Chaos, and I'm playing my deck. So I'm gonna have to fast forward here and there in this matchup, only because we both take a long time. It's not just him. It's not just myself. So I lose rock paper scissors. We draw. My opening hand outside of Pot of Greed is not that great. I don't have really any synergy. He goes Pot of Greed as well too. Awesome. So let's go. He goes. I think he just sets one monster and sets a back row. So my turn. I pot into, so draw for turn Mimic, pot into BLS and Tsukiyomi. So it's great already. Have light and dark, just as long as I don't lose anything for a BLS. So right now I'm just hoping, worst case scenario, that's not Faith that he set first turn. I'm hoping, best case scenario for me is it's Shining Angel. And he's just going to flip it next turn and try to attack. I'm going to Book a Moon. I'm going to Sakaretsu Armor it, and then I can do some Mimic plays with him. Worst case scenario, obviously Magician of Faith. I don't have an answer to it. So next turn, he draws. So flip Dekoichi, which is second worst case scenario for me here, because right now he can easily run over the Mimic. If it was a Sangan, for example, at least it brick walls there. He can run it over, and I don't have a good way to answer the Dekoichi at all. So I'm already thinking, do I have to Saku this? If he tries to attack the Mimic, am I gonna Saku it? It's gonna be a neg one Saku, or if it trades off with the Book of Moon, at least it's gonna be 1-for-1. So I'm okay with, if he books, I'm okay with that. He sets two, kind of sucks because I feel like he already set the Book of Moon. So I Saku here anyways, just if I could keep momentum next turn, because I don't have any plays with this hand really. So Book of Moon, okay, that's fine. Maybe he had multiple books set too. Unlikely, but so now he sets another one. So I'm thinking this is the Magician of Faith. Obviously, because standard play, you open Magician of Faith, you want to make sure that one goes through. You set something else first. So my turn, I draw. I get good draw here in Graceful. So next turn, Graceful. Flip Mimic. Oh, I got Mimic. Let's see here. It's fine. Solemn Judgment. Amazing. So Solemn Judgment, one Solemn Judgment right now obviously isn't that good. Hoping to get multiple. I don't. So in this hand, easy ditch is Air Knight because I don't really want to play an Air Knight battle into back rows right now. And it's good in the graveyard if I have premature call. And Merchant isn't a card that I see myself playing in the next couple turns. And every other card is good. Like Tsukiyomi, I only have one. So I need that for this matchup. Any other deck that plays TRs, I need it. So I give up the Merchant. And then I have the synergy with Goats and Metamorphosis, so I keep that too. I guess you could say I could give up the Goats here if I wanted to keep the Merchant, but I value the Scapegoat a little bit more. So next play. So right now I could go Tsukiyomi, put down the Mimic, and attack, but I don't think the Tsukiyomi is going to get through 3 back rows. So instead, in my mind, I'm already trying to get rid of the new face down, which I'm thinking is Faith. So I go summon Abyss Soldier to try and take out the Dekoichi. Eat up a back row. Obviously doesn't go through. Meets a Sakuretsu. And main phase 2, I Metamorphosis to steal what I think is going to be Magician of Faith. And it's actually, I don't flip it up, but it's a Sangan. So that sucks. So right now we're sitting even advantage. I didn't plus with the graceful. I just got better options. So on his, so this next turn is a controversial turn because right now I'm kind of not paying attention during my opponent's turn. I'm watching TV. It's early in the morning. He summons Tsukiyomi and muscle memory puts the TR face down, but I flip it face up right away because I'm actually thinking of a response to it, and I say thinking on summon. And he has the opportunity, like this goes on for a little bit of time. Like I'm just going to next play each time here, but it actually is a lot of time. I gave him a lot of time to say anything after thinking on summon because I flipped the back face up. He didn't tell me to put it back face down, and we go to Scully for the ruling. And since he didn't say anything, and then decided to say something after I flipped the Solemn Judgment, he ruled it in my favor because I did kind of give him, like, he had the opportunity to tell me if he really didn't want me to play anything, he could have just told me to keep it face down and I'd have to eat it. And on top of this, a Solemn Judgment on Tsukiyomi isn't really a standard play, but I kind of want to keep the Suki lock going because I'm going to be behind, and it's like the maximum damage for Solemn Judgment. So I eat 4,000, this goes through. So I'm going to have to fast forward quite a bit here because it's the ruling. So it is a Sangan. Okay, so God, there's a lot going on here. So Solemn Pass. So next turn I'm going to keep up the Suki lock. We talk a little bit here. I draw Torrential. Good defense card, but not going to help me in this situation right now. So Tsukiyomi, TR face down. Boom, walk into Torrential. Pretty bad Torrential here. I'm down 1 card at this time on his turn. So him searching Sinister here either puts him on multiple Metamorphosis or a Tribe as well too, or any combination of that. In my opinion, he probably should have gone Faith here just to be a little bit more aggressive because I'm so desperate to kill face downs. And if he puts Faith, I might be tempted to summon like BLS and answer it because he just needs to get as many cards as possible. He shouldn't slow down the game, especially since I'm at 400. he should probably try and pick up the, or 4,000, he should probably try and pick up the pace. So my turn. So he searches Serpent, and then I just pass with leaving just my Book of Moon face down. So his turn, he draws, summons DD Warrior Lady, attack 15. I have to take it down to 25. So yeah, I'm pretty much about to die now. So now I have Metamorphosis with Goats, amazing. Set Scapegoat. So he draws return, battle phase, straight DD Warrior Lady attack. I have to Scapegoat here. Save damage, but on top of it is if I draw any combination of premature, and if I draw either premature or duo, I'm automatically making one of the cards dead in my deck. So it actually becomes relevant. And if I take the damage too, I'm in ring range for game, and I have no answer to bring. Well, I have book. So next turn, draw Magician of Faith. So it sets me up to a good play where I can go Metamorphosis, TR, steal DD Warrior Lady, set Faith, and then next turn, if he just sets a monster, I can go book Faith. I can go book TR, flip, get back pot, and just start getting more options because I kind of have to. I can navigate this game really slowly, where maybe set up for an OTK, or because I'm behind life points and I'm behind advantage here. Let's go. I steal. So I attack for 15. This has been down since turn 1. His face down. He hasn't activated it, so I'm like, is he trying to set up this very big pro storm? Is he trying to? Is it like a bluff? But I get, right now my read is it's Scapegoat. He just didn't want to play it there. Didn't need to clog up his field. So his turn, he draws the 6. So I ask him, try BLS for game. So he goes Metamorphosis, so face down. He goes TR, target my face down. I book a moon because I want that faith to go off. I want to at least keep the faith there if this TR gets answered. So I book the TR, and then he knocks, which I'm okay with the knock because now I don't have to deal with his Magician of Faiths since he removes 2. So I'm always okay with not having to recycle faith. So right now I'm sitting 1, 2, 3, 3 to his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm down 3 cards on my draw. So right now I'm thinking this torrential has to even out the advantage. So I have to get a pretty big torrential to start climbing back advantage. So next turn, draw a book. No real help here. So I decided to set both. So TR, attack face down. I decided to set both because most people don't heavy storm. If you pro heavies me and had that since turn 1, all to them. But most people don't heavy storm with a TR on the board unless they're gonna answer it. And if he's gonna answer, I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill me. So I set both. His turn he draws, gets Serpent back. So I set both. I set the book with the torrential just to block a breaker. Like I want torrential there, and I don't want to be forced to torrential my own board because he summoned the breaker. And I want to maximize this torrential to see what I could get out of it. So I was thinking fast forwarding this video while I talked, but I couldn't keep up with the pace. So he goes summon breaker. That's right, I have to book it. Now I'm out of books for any ring damage. So I kind of have to deal with the back rows before I do anything, but that's a goat, so I already know that. So draw Premature Burial, nothing to help me immediately. So his turn he draws. See if he finally has an answer to this Thousand Eyes Restrict. So he sets a monster and sets Serpent, TRs my TR, so pretty slow game right now. So now I have to try and build pieces to try and kill him. So I do have combinations of ways to kill him if my read on that is right as Scapegoat. So especially since I have Abyss Soldier in Graveyard, I could do a lot of tricky plays. I could double Premature if I get an Aqua monster. So right now I draw Tribe, which now I can double Premature with the Abyss Soldier in Graveyard. So if he doesn't set a monster, I can kill him if I draw like an MST or a Heavy Storm. Let's see, or maybe I'm off a bit, but it doesn't matter. He sets a monster. Next play, I draw MST, which is good. Just pass. So this is another pretty big turn. I'm down maybe one card here. So he goes summon Chaos Monster. So he probably has a read that this face down card is nothing because I haven't played it, but it's a torrential. It's like it's super backup right now. I've never needed to play it. So this is the turn that I could possibly play. He goes Chaos Sorcerer, move Thousand Eyes Restrict. I don't care what the face down is anymore because Faith is gone. So Merchant, he gets called the Haunted. And summon Shining. I'm just talking a little bit faster, but he summons Shining Angel into this. So I could Torrential here to get a pretty good 2-for-1 Torrential, putting me just -1 with kind of good position. But if I do that, I die to a BLS. So I think he also has BLS because he's trying to bait me into playing, because he's overcommitting in just to kill Scapegoats. Like he overcommitted with summon Chaos Sorcerer to banish his own Thousand Eyes. So he's super overcommitting, trying to make me play it. If it's a Mirror Force, maybe force me to play the Mirror Force now. But it's what it is. It's fine. I don't take it. Don't take the bait. Attacks both, and he sets the call. So I assume he sets a call because he hasn't been setting anything else. And unless he drew something for turn, we had a few back and forth turns where all he did was summon Breaker or make TR. So I assume he sets call. So I draw Nobleman. I run numbers in my head, any combination of maybe MST face down, summon Tribe pitch, double Premature Burial, but I can't get through it. I don't have enough cards. I'm short one card for game here because I could have BLS attack through Merchant and extra monster for game. That's what I'm thinking at this time. I'm thinking how to try and kill him. So instead, in my mind, he has callback. I can use MST to answer the call for the Chaos Monster if I wipe everything with Tribe. And I know both attacks will go through. My reads are both attacks are going to go through, so I pre-my Air Knight just to get a little bit more options, because I could still answer his field main phase 2. Let's see, I'm thinking... Yeah, so it takes me a little while there to respond to him because I'm trying to run numbers to see if I have game, but I don't. He gets to the point where he thinks I left. So Prima, Air Knight, attack. This is where I get lucky twice, like super lucky twice. But I need it because I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back from that Solemn on the Tsukiyomi. So I draw Duo. Massive 1 out of 18 Duo. And now I Duo to see if I can hit the BLS out of his hand. So take me out of any immediate danger. And taking out the BLS from hand, I don't have to answer, I don't have to waste the MST on the call anymore because his graveyard has no answer to a BLS. And if I just tribe the Chaos Sorcerer, he has an answer to a BLS, and I have to waste MST, where I want to save MST for cards like Snatch, Ring, or anything that's going to kill me. Snatch, Ring, or TR, like TR, steal the BLS, because I'm going to drop the BLS anyways. But yeah, I duo Yu-Gi-Oh! Gods, give me this one. He laughs, he LOLs, so I know I hit the BLS. So yeah, so I summon my own Chaos Monster, banish his to make Call not really that good, and I set the MST because right now the read on him is Goats, Call the Haunted, and obviously a Shining Angel that's there, and Sinister in the yard. And then set MST. Set MST for any. It's my only real defense here. Worst case scenario, I could torrential the board if I really need to, but I'm giving up all the ground that I just gained. So there's still a lot of cards I lose to here, like a Heavy Storm, Snatch, any combination of power play cards. So he just sets one, puts Angel in defense. I automatically have to MST. He ends. I have to MST just in case it's Ring. So in his graveyard, he's already played Torrential. So I'm okay to summon stuff. So MST hit MST. He could have MST'd the Air Knight if he wanted, but he chose not to. Summon Breaker. So here I choose Breaker to hit the Scapegoats. For one, like if I hit the Scapegoats, that means I could hit the Angel and not bring anything out. And if he activates it, or my main reason to hit it is it's harder to kill people through Scapegoats than it is Call the Haunted. Like with the replay attack rule in a BLS, Call the Haunted won't do too much. So summon BLS, summon Breaker, sorry, shoot back row. So the reason I only hit one Goats and not two, and I banish the Angel just in case he has any tribute monsters. I try to minimize the amount of space he has on the board because next turn I could just tribe everything off anyways. And 2 and 3 Goats don't make a difference. Let's see if I can, oops. I'm doing this on an iPad, so pretty difficult. So I draw Air Knight, which is great. Now I could double Air Knight him for game next turn if he just doesn't do anything. I would rather draw defense there, but that's okay too. And then banish the Angel. So his turn, he draws. Obviously, he's still in danger to a lot of things. So he calls just to take the Air Knight off the field. So he could have did that last turn. He could have MST'd the face down and did that, but he chose not to. So this Torrential that I was banking on being my big comeback card is actually still here. So he probably thinks it's a bluff, but it's been relevant the whole time. Like not playing this card on that big 2-for-1 field is the reason why I'm still winning this game. So he sets 2. So I feel like now he has real defense. But Torrential's gone, so I decide to go for it. If he mirror forces me, that's okay. I still have a BLS in defense with Torrential face down just in case. So attack into another Goats. So I wipe out all the Goats here because one Air Knight through the Goats isn't game anyways. So Breaker to hit 1, see if it try to bait anything here. Nothing happens, wipe the Goats. So yeah, he draws for turn. Let's see, get Sinister back. Looks at his graveyard for a while. Okay, so it just messed up there, but I picked up back to where we left off. So he draws for turn, sets a monster. I draw Solemn Judgment, so virtually can't lose here anymore. Between Solemn and Torrential face down with Nobleman to answer his face down. Literally can't lose. Try to go for game this turn. Get Sinister back, banish with BLS. Next turn, next play. So attack with Breaker, attack with Tribe, Book of Moon's the Tribe. So next turn, he draws, well, set Solemn Judgment. With 2 cards, this card's been in his hand for a long time. He hasn't been playing it, so obviously it's dead or it's not doing anything. And Solemn will answer whatever card he gets. So I'm gonna stop it right here. So once the turn I dropped the BLS, I had to just push as much aggression as possible. That was kind of like a clawback game. I was down in advantage for a big part of that game. Had 2 big turns, like the first big turn on the Solemn with the Tsukiyomi. I saw the Tsukiyomi because if he only plays 1, it lets me keep up my pace, lets me control the pace, but I run into a Torrential next turn. And obviously me not Torrentialing his big would have got a big +2 and been in an advantage at that point. He would have killed me with his BLS. So obviously I made the read on him baiting. Game 2 is actually a little bit crazier than game 1 with more strange plays that I do. But come back next week to see that one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.